The closest one I can find is substantially annoying.
So, and that definitely would be part of this. You know,
Substantial. What goes further than substantially? Substantially is greatly annoying. So what the next step is what?
what do you mean?
What's higher than greatly annoy somebody?
When it's put down as greatly annoying, so you're annoying people.
What step is further than that though? There's little annoyance. There's
Mhm.
greatly annoy. What's beyond that? So I have to annoy somebody to the top of a person can annoy somebody?
Well,
Is that what I'm doing? Substantially?
It could be their interpretation.
Could be their interpretation.
Okay, and I mean that's how the ordinance is written, right?
No, it's pretty. I have to greatly annoy somebody, and I'm trying to come up with a word more than greatly, and I can't come up with one. I say I gotta annoy somebody as much as I can. Now, if this annoys them as much as I humanly can, that's the big jump. You know what I mean?
Well,
this is more for if I was bumping bass music that you can't tune out or something like that. You know?
like we had mentioned, that levels of annoyance amongst people are different.
So how am I supposed to gauge that?
How are you supposed
When
to
he
get?
had 3 cars there and a camper, then parks on the lawn, that's okay. I'm fine with it. I don't give a shit. But somebody with OCD might be like, holy fuck, I can't take it. They're supposed to park this way. Oh, they're parked this way. Oh, I can't take that. That is fucking annoying. So why should I be subjective or him be subjective to my level of annoyance? If I'm a sensitive little Sally and I find it annoying, why should that gauge anything to me? And it's to the public, not individuals, to the public. What he says doesn't matter.
Well,
it's as a general rule to the public.
It's not saying numerous people, it's saying to the public. So is he a part of the public? Yes.
And so am I. Here's the second one.
You are as well.
In a way, render the public insecure of life or in the use of property. Now apply that to me.
Well,
how am I supposed to use my property? That is any. Not greatly.
Well, what this is saying is it's not saying that you have to violate all 4 of these to be.
This is for them. For you. Public nuisance number 1, public nuisance number 2, public nuisance number 3. Where does that apply? In any way, not greatly, substantially, in any way. Any way. Render the public insecure in life or the use of property. Are you making me insecure in the use of my property? Oh my God, you have no idea. Is he?
I mean,
are you? That is a public nuisance.
So
Which applies greater?
So this is, it's something you haven't brought to our attention in the past, right? You haven't made these complaints saying that, regarding this.
I didn't have this.
This is making.
But you guys are the ones responding to it. Did you ever read this?
Yes.
It's a good read.
So why?
How is this?
So
you guys are making me insecure in my use of property. He is. You guys are.
Well, this is not regarding law enforcement.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yes, it does actually.
These ordinances are in place.
You have to follow ordinances as well.
These ordinances are in place for the members of the public and the members of the village. Okay.
I'm not trying to be a real dick. I suck at that sometimes. I can be a real dick and I don't know it.
I understand that you can get worked up over this stuff, right? This is.
Yes.
We've talked many times.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Many times. Is this a public nuisance? Not only once, not twice. This says any. That is a very small threshold to cross, right? So if you're going to keep coming out here, then you better enforce this. Seriously, because it's brought to your attention and stuff like this. If you or the Bishop Police Department want to keep doing this to me and stuff like that, you are hands down right there.
And this is where, when I was talking with you earlier about coming to our board meeting.
Yep.
So I mean, this could be an area that you can address, that you can bring up at the board meeting. You can, I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm just telling you an avenue that you can follow if you wish.
I know.
The
problem that I'm having is substantially annoyed. To me, that is, I can't think of a word of annoying somebody more than greatly annoy somebody. That is a huge thing you have to do to fall under this category. They're jumping from, I piss people off. I am an annoying son of a bitch.
Yep.
And I admit it. But to greatly annoy somebody,
So
that's
this is
different.
well, this is also something that we move past this first page because this is just general definitions.
Okay.
So that's regarding that. As you go, further in here, it gets into where we start talking about the stuff that's, laying around.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all, like we've talked before, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Obnoxious weeds and rank growth of vegetation, the escape of
That's where I'm
of
like,
smoke.
where is this going to end? That's what I pissed off at Granger last time. I went and kicked that weed. I said, this fucker's over 6 inches tall. And I kicked the son of a bitch. And I'm like,
Mhm.
are you going to come after me because I got an 8-inch weed? Where are we going to, draw the lines and stuff like that? I mean, we could really nitpick the fuck out of this, and you guys would be nothing but, yard police.
We'd be out talking with all sorts of people.
And
Right.
it would suck.
Yep,
But as
so-
far as anything out here, it says garbage, trash, decaying animals, feces, and all that. You will find none of that in this yard.
No, and I do agree with you. I haven't seen that here.
I mean, even the garbage. Everything here, I can tell you, this is going for $50 right now. That's $500 if you want to buy it new. That's $10. Every single thing out here almost has a price on it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's annoying that it's out here, but it doesn't fit under that category.
Okay, so here's where I'm going to start to. I'm going to talk about where this does fit. Okay, so the exterior storage of scrap lumber, junk, trash,
junk,
or
no
other
trash.
debris, including without limitations to
Discarded
objects or equipment,
such
as motor vehicles, furniture,
point to me
appliances.
any one of those here.
Appliance?
That's going in my house. That's
Appliance, though.
replacement.
I don't know that.
That's a appliance.
Mhm.
Okay, that's one appliance.
Sure.
Now, what else is there? That's going to be a great annoyance. If we're trying to meet this category. Here.
Well, this is what this is saying here, is that the exterior storage of these related items falls into this. That's what you get cited
So you're
for.
here over a fridge?
I'm here over. Well, the reason why I was here earlier wasn't because of that. It was because of the items that was on your trailer, which we stopped and talked about, and we
I
came
know.
to the conclusion of where we're at with that.
I know, but that doesn't fall under any of this. Why are you guys bothering me about this stuff?
Well, it's the exterior storage of the rest of this stuff. So remember earlier when we talked about people's different interpretations of junk and that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly, but
Where-
it's not. I can prove it without a reasonable doubt. Every single one of these things that I have sitting out here has value. And I can show you the exact value it has,
Well,
the
and
exact
that's-
number, so it's
yeah.
not trash.
No, and that's what we talked about before, the different interpretations of junk.
It's not interpretations, it's a fact. It's not, because I'm getting money for it.
Well,
so
you
it's not
can-
trash.
You can get money for junk.
Well, then it's not junk. It's an item of value, it's inventory.
Right,
It
but
crosses.
like I said, to you, it's got its value. It's this item of value. To Joe Schmo walking down the street, it's junk.
But that's why I was being such a dick that time. It's like, you're letting them control what you guys are doing and stuff like that. When they call over things like that, if it's not a clear and defined thing, why are you letting them decide what's trash and what's not trash? What's great nuisance? I mean, and that's really, they made it their significant annoyance, a significant nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big jump,
Well,
from
I mean-
no nuisance whatsoever to
Right.
the extreme. In order for you to come here and keep coming here, you have to cross that threshold to be extremely fucking annoying. And I
I-
can be extremely annoying.
Well, I mean, I understand that, right? To some people, their tolerance for an annoyance is much lower than my tolerance for an annoyance.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So what you're doing here must very well meet that criteria for them. That this is,
for them, but
you
they
know-
don't control the thing.
when we.
I have to have a level of something that I can gauge it off of and stuff, not because somebody's a sensitive Sally. Is this annoying? Is this what I want to look at? No, it's not. But
Mhm.
sometimes you got to put up with it for a while. Does this cross into significant annoyance to the public? I don't think so.
Well, see, that's where the thing is when we talk about multiple people calling and complaining
But what's their
regarding.
vested interest?
What do you mean?
You can't just drive past somebody and go, holy Christ, that annoys me. Then you go home and you think about it all night.
Well, I'm not
No,
just
it's
saying that, so-
irritating.
So it's
So
it's
it
multitudes
irritates
of-
them when they drive past. That's a great difference from significant nuisance.
Well, it might not be driving past. It might be someone in their house looking out and seeing this every day. It could
But
be
that's not the
a
public.
neighbor next. They're a member of the public.
And so am I. And this qualifies for me every time they're using you. That's why I'm so defensive about it, because I don't know what the fuck I can do in my own yard anymore. I shouldn't feel that way. When you guys are coming down here, are you going to fucking stop again? Why should I feel that way? Which is a bigger annoyance? Looking at some shit in my yard or not feeling secure in my fucking yard at all? Zero. I don't know what you guys are going to come the next, because you're basically, like I keep saying, being their bitch about stuff. And the reason why I'm trying to do this is I want this squashed once and for all.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody
Then they need
does.
to stop calling or whatever. Yeah, it's annoying. I get it. But is it annoying enough that you're going to make a person feel insecure in their house?
Mhm.
What can I do in my yard? What can't I do in my yard? Tiptoe around your yard and shit like that. That is a bigger fucking annoyance than it is looking at something like that. Hands down. Who's a bigger public nuisance? Tell me. Based on this, who's a bigger public nuisance? Somebody that keeps sending you guys here or me? It's harassment.
So that's why.
And I don't want to sit there and I
So-
don't want to spend time in court. I don't want to do all this
Well,
shit.
I get that 100%. Nobody wants to spend time in court, right?
Lawyers
because
do.
well,
They
maybe
get paid.
that's how they get paid, right? So I don't want to. And if I'm out here to write a citation and you want to contest it, well, where do I end up? I end up in court with you, and I'm going to do, in court is say what I see and how it fits the ordinance is going to be the question. This is why I brought up earlier if you had ever come and met and sat in on the village board meeting, so you can address the board members and give your side. If you're there saying that you're feeling harassed or
But I don't feel
insecure.
right defending it. You know what I mean? This is annoying. This is nasty.
Well-
This is annoying. This is a pain in the ass for people to look at and everything like that. But to the level of calling police and making a person not even feel safe in their own fucking house and what they can do and what they can't do,
Yeah,
there's a big thing. And it's crossing into that. That's why I'm starting to get more and more escalated, more and more fucking, up here, because now
Mhm.
you're coming right to my fucking doorsteps, into my living room, that I gotta fear and, wonder what the fuck is gonna happen next.
so right, and I
This is not going to come over to their yard and fuck with them or anything like that. It's
Mhm.
contained in my yard. Yeah, it's annoying and shit like that. But what they're doing and shit like that comes right into my fucking living room, right when I'm in the yard, and I see you guys coming down and shit. It's like, fuck, is this enough that's going to get me in trouble today or not? I hope not. And I got to live that way every fucking day now because of this shit.
And this is, it's more of an example of why I feel that maybe you should come down at a village board meeting. So
Okay.
they're going to give you the time, they're going to, however much time Kevin needs today, to stand up in front of the board. It's open to the public, so there might be other public members there, that you can express your concerns. So you can express
I just don't want to come across that I'm defending it. No, this is not
Well,
the way it
you
should
can-
be and shit like
and
that. But yet,
you can state that to them. You can state that to them. Maybe there's something different that can be worked out, some other arrangement that can be made, other than me showing up here.
yeah.
Okay, and that's in the end, that's what I would like to see. I know that's what Chief Granger would also like to see.
I know.
We don't
I'm
want
not
to
blaming you guys, and I'm not even blaming them, because yeah, it's annoying and shit like that. What recourses do they have? Suck it up, Buttercup. Deal with it for a while. That's your alternative. But if you want to bring it up, keep kicking it up and shit like that. Well, now I'm backed into a corner. Literally, it's getting to the
Mhm.
point now. It's like, holy fuck, he's here again today. Imagine that feeling. It's like, holy fuck, you just want to take it and slam this fucking thing down and go, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way I feel about this shit.
And I can understand where you're coming from. Okay, I
Yeah.
can, because I'm here, right?
Yeah.
I'm one of the guys that's out here all the time to deal with this. Okay, and I'm having to, stop and all right, got to speak with Kevin today. What kind of mood is he going to be in today? Are we going to be all right, or is he going to be wound up a bunch? And
Usually I'm
You
pretty
are,
fucking
you are.
mellow, but
You
when
are.
I keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed like that, fucking A. I mean, like today and stuff like that, I had to take a step back and think, just, what the fuck do they want today?
sure.
So
this is, what I would recommend, that you do. I know you said you read through this already once.
Yeah.
Come well versed in it. Know it well. Come to the village board meeting when we have our next meeting, and take your.
Actually, if they
Take
would
your
better
time.
define some of these things, that we can't have, I don't know, time limits, amounts, or a better understanding and stuff, because right now, the way this is written, we're leaving it too much up to the sensitivity level of a person. And I don't like that.
And that's
Because I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't give a shit if they park a Sherman tank in their frickin' front yard.
Yep.
Don't bother me at all.
so that's absolutely something that you can bring up. Like I've made recommendations to people before. They've asked, is it legal for me to? I think the last one is either drive a golf cart or drive a scooter, an electric vehicle, essentially, down Main Street. You know, one of the individuals he was handicapped. He had issues. He couldn't walk.
Yep.
So they were asking if he could drive a golf cart, and it was, it's not legal. No, you can't do it. However, if that's something you'd like to see changed, we invite you to come down to the village board meeting, speak with the board members, and maybe that's something that we can make an ordinance change to get that, to work in your favor.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm just saying with this, it might benefit you to stop down. Because I don't think have you ever been to one of these meetings before?
Not village, but I've been to Manitowoc. I've
Yeah.
gone to Two Rivers.
So
and
that's
holy
all.
Shit.
That's all different. So these, the village board members and whatnot probably have never met you before. They've never, heard you talk or anything along those lines. So that's where it might be beneficial for you to stop down. You don't have to defend what you have here. You can say, yes, I realize that I've got some of this stuff out here, and plead your case to them.
Yeah.
It may be at minimum it will look better for you to be down there and to tell them what's going on and what you're doing to try and get rid of the situation, and they might come up with something that help work with you a little bit.
It doesn't help that every time that I do talk to them, it's under the heat, under the, we're fired up.
they get fired up or you're fired up?
We're fired up. That's the only reason that we talk. Is they say
Is
something
when-
or something I'm doing or whatever,
Sure.
then we start going back and forth. We're trying to get things, you never kick a, what do they say, you never kick a hot turd on it, or a fresh turd on a hot day.
Sure.
That's what we're doing.
Right.
Yep.
So I mean I'm not making you go down there, Kevin, but that's just a piece of advice that I'm giving you to maybe try to work at this from a different direction.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't expect this is going to go on forever, but while I'm cleaning it, especially when I'm fucking busting my ass cleaning it and shit like that, to get kicked on top of it, there might be a better way of doing it, but I'm just trying to plow through it. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. I had 9,000 square feet of shit into a 1,200 square foot home.
Yep.
It's not
like
easy.
like I said, so all the village board members sees are these complaints.
Yep.
Okay, the complaints about your property. They've never spoke with you, seen you in person, talked with you, none of that kind of stuff. So maybe if you were able to sit down and rationally have a conversation with them, and they might have questions for you, you have questions for them, that's fine. But maybe that's another direction we're going, just instead of sending law enforcement down there every
Yep.
time.
I agree.
Okay, so I'll leave you back with your copy. That's
When you talk to Granger or whatever, just, are you guys really meeting that requirement to keep coming here? Substantially
No.
annoying the public?
that's up to you
guys, but-
that's where it falls with a person's definition of substantially. If they're to that
On the
point,
same token, if you're going to enforce that. Because when they keep calling you, are they? Yes, they are. That's a slam dunk. Because in any way, this you have to substantiate. That you got to jump to the nth degree all the way to the fucking top to meet that requirement. That one in any way. So damn well in any way make me feel insecure in use of my property.
Sure.
Fucking A.
you want me to check when the next board meeting is for you,
I can look it up, I think.
or you can look it up. You can also call or stop down at the village hall and ask any one of the ladies there, and they'll be able to tell you the date of it. It's typically going to be on a Tuesday night, depending on what's going on, but usually it's between 6 p.m. 7 p.m. somewhere in there.
Okay.
And it's open to the public, like I said, so you're welcome to stop down. I would just say, if you're going to if you got a bunch of stuff to talk about, you want to talk about this, this ordinance, I would just let them know ahead of time so they can block off a set time for you, because there's a
Okay.
bunch of other stuff that they talk about in these meetings.
Alright.
So this way they can get you in first. You can talk what you got to talk. If you'd like to stay for the rest of the meeting, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you can say your case and then you can leave if you wish.
Alright.
Okay?
Good deal.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.